Hey guys, welcome back to the Tarot Closet, and today I'm going to be making a comparison video of the Victorian Romantic first edition, gold edition, second edition, and third edition. I wish I could do a comparison with the Russian as well, but the Russian is literally the same one as the first edition, but obviously Russian. It'll have the titles in Russian. Same cardstock, same backing, same everything. I do actually still have a box from the Russian version. One of the cards that one of the decks that I sold it because I like trimmed it, so I did keep the box and the extra card. So as you can tell, literally, let me go ahead and pull the Emperor. So you guys can see here, it's literally the same. I think the coloring might be a little bit different. Yeah, I think the coloring, well, maybe not really. Yeah, I think the coloring, this one's a little bit warmer and a little bit darker. You can see it up here. But yeah, same backing, except for the alignment. I think the Russian had the borders thicker, unlike the first edition. And the first edition seems like it's not well centered, but same cardstock. It's very flimsy, but it's, you know, it lasts. It shuffles really well. And somebody described it as like fabric, and I kind of agree with that, because yeah, if you see this, just like look how bendy it is, and it comes right back, almost straight. But just the material, the way it feels really soft and like fabric, like it's like fabric. It just feels really good. And then this one, the gold edition, has the same cardstock. Everything's the same as the first edition, except for you can't really tell. Let me see. So it's got that like gold, it like kind of shimmers. Let me see if I can find another one. Yeah, you see it on the wheel. So it's not like the cold stamp press or the overlay that is found on the third edition. It's not quite like that. It doesn't really shimmer as much, but yeah, you can see it on the gold here, and especially on this one, you can see it more. It the way that I would describe that gold on the gold edition is, if you guys have, hold on, let me pull it out. Well, I'm gonna pull out the mini. If you guys have the Visconti swords out from Il Menegalo, the way that I would kind of describe it would be the gold on the card. As you guys can tell, it really, like, it's not like this. It's not like shimmering or anything like that. It's just like a flat color, but it does, with the light, when it like catches it at the right angle, it does give it that little glow. So that would be the closest thing that I would describe it. So yeah, it's very different from this one, but I do like it. I love it a lot. I love the cardstock. Yeah, and I don't know, just it looks nice. Like, it's, if you think this is way blinged out, then you probably will like this one better because it's very subtle. It's not really noticeable unless you really do try and catch it with the light. Although this one's out of print. Well, these three are out of print. You can still find them. I think there's one on eBay right now that you guys can purchase or place a bid for the gold edition. The first edition, you'll find it also on eBay. The second one is readily available as well. This one is definitely available right now. I don't know the actual price of it. Because I did pre-order it, so I think I did get it at a discount. But yeah, so this one's still available. Go to Baba Store or babastudiostore.com, I think. I'll just link the website below. Anyway, okay, so these are the boxes. This one, I don't know where I left the other box, so I'm just using this other copy that's still sealed. So the first edition and gold edition, they come in talk boxes. So either you could have, they had two options for the first edition, just the standalone tarot deck or the one with a guidebook. So it would come in this box. Yeah, I got nothing in there. Hold on. Let me see if I can open it. Okay, so the guidebook, I have it in my bookshelf, but this one, when it would come, this one it came by itself, but the box would be in here, and then the book lays up right on top of it. So yeah, so this is the kit. The gold edition comes in this bigger case, and it has the gold edition, and I kind of loved how they used the Queen of Cups for the final third edition as well. So when you open it, it comes with this journal. There's a bookmark, and this bookmark, if I'm not mistaken, has that gold as well in there. It's load, it's blank. Okay, and then by the second edition, Baba Studio came out with their clamshell boxes. Very sturdy, I love it. And then the third edition has probably the best box out of all of them. It just feels very silky, like it feels like a petal. Like, have you ever touched a rose petal? Like that feeling. It kind of reminds me of the cardstock, a little bit of the cardstock, the True Black Tarot. It just has like the most amazing cardstock in the world. It feels very soft and silky and just feels really amazing. Okay, so let's go ahead and just compare the backs. So the gold edition and the first edition still has the same, they have the same card back. Then by the second edition, they went with this blue and gold, which I really, really love. And then this one's the third edition. Sorry, I was trying to focus. And it's got the VR right there. So it is reversible. I honestly, I don't know. I think out of them all, I prefer this one. Just the gold and the red with the beige background. I think that's just the prettiest of them all. But I'm okay with this one. All right, so let's go ahead and compare. So all of them have the same Fool. The only difference with the 3rd edition, let me see if I can do this a better way. See if I can zoom in. Okay, so these are the Fool. And again, 1st gold edition, 2nd edition, 3rd edition. Same Fool. The only differences is that the border is actually white, and before it used to be this sort of kind of beige color. And then this one has that metallic gold. This one has that gold as well. You can see there a little bit in the light. Okay. Same magician. Coloring wise, this one's definitely the richer in color, and then it starts getting a little bit less and less, and then even more. So this one's darker, and this one's the lightest in coloring. So I think I'm gonna do these. So you can see like the gold on him. It's very subtle gold on the chair here too, on the lantern. So yeah, anywhere where there's gold, this one is gonna have the highlights. But it's obviously not the same as this one. These are all the same. And then, oh well, the glare is really bad on this one. Let me correct the exposure. Okay, that might look better. Okay, so they're the Empress, all across the same. Go ahead and compare these two. The gold. Yeah, it's very, very subtle. The gold that was added to the gold edition. Oh wait. Okay, so these have the 1st edition and gold edition have different emperors than what they went with for the 2nd and 3rd. Let me see the 2nd edition. I think the 2nd edition only had that extra lovers card. Let me double check though. Yeah. And I do know that the this one actually, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know where I left the card, had an option for a different emperor, same as the Russian edition. Where? This one didn't have the option. I don't know what I did with the other card, but yeah. Sorry, I'm getting confused here. Same Hierophant. Let's see if we notice any of the gold in here. Yeah, you can see it a little bit on the books here. It's very subtle on this one. You see it on the green of his shirt, and the headscarf. Okay, lovers. the lovers, yeah. Okay, so for the lovers here, these three had different options. Let me see where the other one is. So this one was an option as well. So they still kept this one for the gold edition, but I didn't go for it. Yeah, this is the other option for the lovers. So we'll go ahead and look at these first. As many people have said, with the gold cold stamping, you do lose some of the details, especially like the texture of their clothing. But yeah, it depends. If it's like, if you catch it in the light where it's shimmering, obviously it looks very flat. But yeah, if you different like certain, depending on the angle, you'll still see some of the detail, but obviously there's you lose some of it. And this one here too, you kind of lose that detail. So yeah, that's the lovers. And then the gold edition. I guess maybe the first edition didn't have that extra lover. I don't know what I did with them. I gotta look for them, but it's fine. So this is, I love this lovers card. I wish they would have kept this one, but I kind of do love this one a lot too. I was never a fan of this one, so I just never really put it in my deck. But I love this one so much. I don't know what the story behind it is, but I'm sure it's in the book. But you can tell that she was like a mermaid, because you can see part of her tail right there. But yeah. Okay, Chariot has always been the same. Honestly, most of it hasn't. Okay, so yeah, there's some detail that was not corrected, but taken away from the clouds. You can see them. The clouds here, they're darker, and up here they like kind of cleared them a little bit more. Yeah, you can see it even on the bigger cloud here. And this one, I feel like in this one you get back that darkness of like that darker shading in the clouds. So strength. So in this one, yeah, it's very, very subtle in the gold. This one, the only thing that is shimmering is her dress. And here is a beautiful hermit with a lantern. Wheel of Fortune. Ew. My bad. Wait, no, it actually goes this way, right? God, what? Yeah, right? Alright, whatever. I'll do Hangman. As you can tell, different. Yeah, I don't know which one I like the best. Maybe this one I actually like the best. Oh, Jesus. I swear I do know. I do know tarot. Hold on. See, I went out of order there. It should have been Hangman, then Justice. I mean, Justice, then Hangman, but it's a beautiful one. And then now coming to the... Oh my God. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? I feel like one of these had an extra. No. Oh no, it was Tarot of Prague that had two death card. Yep. And Temperance. I don't know, I kind of like this one better. It's all personal preference. Again, the Devil. Yeah, I've never been a big fan of this Devil, to be honest. I know a lot of people love it, but yeah, it was never really. And then I'm so glad that they gave you this option for the 3rd edition. That's the one that I'm keeping in my deck. The Tower, I love this tower. It's honestly one of the best towers out there because it actually doesn't have a tower, and I just love that. You still get the same message from your traditional tower. The Star. Sorry guys. Like I said, I'm hungover, so. Beautiful star, love the star here. Let me try and compare these. Yeah. Then the Moon. I was gonna say there's no actual moon, but she's got it on her forehead. The Sun, beautiful. Judgment, love it. It's very subtle, you see it on their clothing, the sky here, this part of the sun, this part of her scarf here. It's very subtle, but it's there. And then the World. And then, oh God. All right. Sorry, guys. Very beautiful, I love it. This is the best Two of Swords I've ever seen. Again, this one's definitely darker. You kind of see the how the progression of the richness and color has been kind of diluted. You see it like on her face, even on like the ocean, the sky. It's not as dark as as it was. These two are the darkest. Even this one's a little bit lighter, I feel like. It's very beautiful. And then, oh, I see something different too. What is it? Yeah, this one's a little bit more zoomed in compared to the other three. You can see it in like the rock. You see more of the rock in these two compared to that one, and more of the rock here as well. So this one's zoomed in. Yeah. Three of Swords. Four of Swords. Love this one. Seven. Gonna try and pick it up here. I don't want to make it too long. Oh, so yeah. So for the first edition, her hair is a dark brown. The gold edition, they did make her blondish. Maybe not blonde, maybe like a, oh yeah, like a dirty blonde, I guess, maybe. Because of the gold that they did. And then they went blonde with this one here because of the gold as well that they put. I don't know, they didn't even put any gold in the hair though. So you guys can tell. I'm gonna try to make it lighter. It's a little too dark. Yeah, I love this one a lot better. So as you guys can see, the second edition, that's where they made the change. And this is definitely the best Ten of Swords I've ever seen. And I actually like the coloring of this one better. It's got that more of a blue, like an aqua blue. This one is a little bit more greenish. It's got like a green tint to it. And then this one's gonna be different as well. Oh, and they went back with this one for the third edition. I wonder why. Oh, and they added the dog too. Well, this one, yeah, so this one's the same, but they added that dog from the second edition to the third. Love this one a lot. And I do prefer the change that they did here for the queen. Yeah, to me, this one looks like a guy to me. And I mean, I know that, like, doesn't necessarily have to be, a queen doesn't necessarily have to be a female, but I like that traditional. And this is a king. Never been a fan of this King of Swords. Ace of Wands. I don't know which one I like better. I like both of them, honestly, but yeah. The Two of Wands. Three. So again, they did switch it up from the second edition. Okay, the Four of Wands. Five of Wands. Six of Wands. 7. Eight. This one's gonna be different too. Yeah. So they did have it for 3 editions. Except for the 3rd. I don't know why they went for a different one. I think this one might be, no, it's the same one. So again, yeah, the only difference, well, this one's definitely lighter than these two. This one's are just very deep, like the coloring's rich. This one is way lighter. But I do love how his armor is like very shiny, as an armor should be. Queen. And King. Sorry. Okay. Very beautiful. Ace of Cups, 2 of Cups. I do love the aesthetic of this 3 of Cups, but this one, I don't know, has more of the energy of 3 Cups. 4 of Cups. They did switch it up from the 2nd edition. This one as well is different. 6. And again, this one has more of that in the sky. I don't know if you guys can tell. Has more of that greenish in the water. Even in the water, has more of that like greenish tint to it. And by the 2nd edition, they went with more blue in the sky up here. You see it a lot, especially if you compare these two. Look how different they look. The water down here. Yeah, it's very, very subtle. See if you guys can see it. You see it right there. And I love this Queen of Cups. This is probably my favorite card in the entire deck. Again, they did a switch. Here too, you see the difference. I don't know. Yeah, this one reminds me more of like the World card. So I'm kind of glad I went with this one. much lighter. You can see it in the background. Even these two are different. The color differences are very subtle but noticeable, in person at least. And on this one, they put that pattern, same pattern that she has on the chair. They put it on the back too. It's very beautiful. Five Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles is different. I do like this one. Seven of Pentacles is different. I do prefer this one. It's more Victorian, at least, for me. Eight of Pentacles is different as well. Same idea. It even looks like the same guy. Yeah, you can see it like right away in their faces. Just how much darker her like, and warmer as well. These are definitely darker and warmer, like very rich and deep. Let's see, Ten of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. All right, guys, we're almost done here. Love this one, the Knight of Pentacles. And we got the Queen of Pentacles. Ugh, so hard. And finally, the King. All right, well, so when it comes to cardstock, these two have the same cardstock. Oh, and by the way, before I forget, if you guys have any of these editions or even the Russian, that gold on the back, that whenever like it catches the light, it gives it that glow. That is pretty much exactly what the gold edition has and on the cards, like on the gold. You see it on the crown. So like whenever it catches the light. So that's pretty much the same. So these have the same cardstock. They're literally the same size. And both, I do love this cardstock. I love that sound too. Like they're so bendy. And it's like fabric. It's so like soft and fluffy and just really, really nice. The second edition has more of, it's kind of coated a little bit more, so it's a little bit glossier, I would say. And let me see if I can. And you see that it kind of has like a texture to it too as well, so it's not like completely flat and smooth. It does have gold edges, which I'm kind of glad they didn't do that with the third edition, because I never used my second edition because I was afraid I was going to damage the sides, because I bought it used and it already had a little bit of wear on them, especially like the bottom corner here. Cardstock is definitely thicker. It's durable, but it does have that Baba bend or Baba bow, whatever people call it. So luckily I don't have it as much in this deck because I never really used it. But if I would have shuffled this deck and used it daily, it would be bowing like that. And the third edition, let me actually try and compare how much thicker or thinner they are. So yeah, it's a hair thinner. The I think this one's a little bit thinner, but it's definitely, I think, the best out of the three of them. It's very smooth, and it's actually kind of heavy as well. It's got some weight to it. And like you can definitely feel that inner carbon core that they have. This one actually, people keep saying these have the inner carbon core, but they actually don't have them. If I'm pretty sure they don't have it. I think they started doing the inner carbon core later when they got into the second editions. If I'm not mistaken, these actually don't have it. That's why, even though they do like go back to their regular straightness after you shuffle them, I don't think it has it. But this one, out of all of them, just feels heavier. Feels like, yeah, it just has like this significant weight to it. And when you shuffle, you can feel it. You can even just feel it by like touching it and bending it. There's like something in there that bounces a card back. Okay, let me check. Thickness. Wow, this one's actually thinner, I think, than this one. But I'm gonna shuffle them to show you how they shuffle, and that should be it. Okay, I'm gonna start with the first. So I really do enjoy shuffling the first edition, but I think the third edition has the better card stock. Yeah, shuffle's really nice. Overhand shuffling. Look at just how bendy they are. Oops. I'm not even gonna shuffle this one. This one's literally the same as that one. This one's a little bit thicker, and you feel it. I wasn't a fan of this card stock, but it shuffles nice. But I don't know if you guys can see it kind of bows a little bit. And then this one is probably one of the best card stocks I've ever had the pleasure of shuffling. It's so satisfying actually, like shuffling this deck. Yeah, it just feels really nice. Okay, so there you guys have it. That is my comparison of the Victorian Romantic. Again, first edition, gold edition, second edition, and fourth edition. Have a great day. Bye.